is a Fox 17 winter weather alert.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. 4:15 now on this Monday afternoon. We've gotten into this pattern of, getting hit by snow systems pretty commonly over the past couple of weeks, and that will be continuing this evening. We're awaiting our next band of snow to arrive from the south, and it's not that far off at this point across extreme northern Indiana. Go to the evening planner, fast forward by about just shy of 3 hours. We should have some light snow, I think, just arriving into Grand Rapids at that point. Obviously, if you've got snow moving in from south to north, it's going to be coming in for southern sections of the viewing area much earlier than that. So counties adjacent to Indiana likely over the next hour or so, and then lifting towards Kalamazoo and Battle Creek in the vicinity of probably 6 o'clock in 7:30 here in Grand Rapids, something like that. And then picking up the intensity thereafter. I've got 13 degrees at 7 o'clock. It's 13 right now, so, granted it could be a degree lower than shown. Bottom line is it's going to be very cold and very fluffy with the snow, so it'll be easy to brush off your car, the type where you can just kind of slam the door and the snow comes off, though as the snow piles up, perhaps that'll be a little bit more difficult to do with just one swing of the door. We'll talk snow amounts coming up. Snow coming about, as I said, say around 7 o'clock in GR, between 7 tonight and 7 tomorrow morning. That'll be the main zone where we pick up this accumulation, and probably realistically the heaviest snow between about 8:30 and maybe 3 in the morning, something like that. Thereafter it'll start to lighten up, but still accumulate for a stretch. Snow covered and slippery roadways, obviously, particularly with overnight lows that are going to be in the upper single digits to around 10 degrees. We won't drop off tremendously because of all the clouds in place, but it'll be cold enough. There is some moderation, though, coming over the next several days. Area of low pressure, there it is, over Alabama, soon to push into eastern Tennessee and extreme eastern Kentucky. Kind of a far east track for a significant snow in Michigan, or southwest Michigan at least. But this is a big system, and it's got a trough of low pressure extending off to the northwest from it, and that will drive the moisture pattern in here. And we are talking several inches by tomorrow daybreak. You can see that snow expanding down to the south and not too far away from, as I said, the Michigan and Indiana line at this point. Even some snow flurries looking like they're creeping into extreme, western Berrien County, and a couple flurries down to the south over St. Joseph and Branch counties. This is a very sensitive radar that I've got at the moment. And perhaps not all of that reaching the ground. We do have some dry air that did get entrained with a bit of that sunshine earlier, but nonetheless, there will be snow developing shortly. Winter storm warnings in these pink shaded counties. We got winter weather advisories across Ottawa, Kent, over towards Montcalm and Ionia counties, and that's where amounts will be a little bit lesser than down to the south, and especially the southeast in closer proximity to that low, which is going to head towards Pittsburgh. So I'm thinking starting off at 1 to 3 inches across the extreme north. Here locally in Grand Rapids, 3, 4, 5 inches, something like that by the time it winds down, say 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning completely, and then 5 to 8 southward from there, including Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. You get just to the east of this last white line, and amounts can go over 8 inches. It's not going to be impossible for somebody to check in with 9, maybe even 10 inches, but think about 8 plus for those extreme southeastern sections. Here's the RPM model starting to really surge that moisture northward. The time code at 8 o'clock tonight, and we're already taking that into northern Kent County. So once it starts, it's not going to take long to drop those visibilities, and with how cold it is out there, every flake is going to be accumulating. There's no doubt about that. The time code at 1:30, and thereafter you see a little bit of lightening of those echoes and brightening up, it kind of breaking up even a bit more so towards 5, 6, 7 o'clock, but it'll still be snowing for a stretch here. The RPM model doesn't really detect the very light snows that will continue through 6, 7, maybe even 8 o'clock, but really starting to get out of here thereafter. And then the afternoon, mostly cloudy too, probably even a few breaks in the cloud deck. You get these systems to move out of here, some sinking motion on the backhand side, so it won't be surprising to get a couple breaks for sun, though I'm not real optimistic for, real sunny Tuesday afternoon. Nonetheless, we'll look out for that a bit more so on Wednesday. It's going to be chilly, but look at these temperatures, Doug and Annie. We're out of the teens after tomorrow afternoon. We're back into the 20s, and eventually it could be the lower 30s by early next week.